Welcome to The Feminine Wave, an interview show where we explore feminine energy, how to reclaim a life of purpose, cultivate connections, and experience fulfillment to create a satisfying life in every area, not only for ourselves, but for everyone. Hello, I'm Tara Becker, your host, and along with my friends and guest experts, we will guide you on a journey to unlock your potent femininity. In community, the feminine flourishes. For this reason, we are committed to providing a support space for women seeking to recapture their essence, regain their spark, and live the life of their dreams. Today's episode will be focusing on conscious being, real awareness. Let's talk about personal growth, self-help, faith, essence, and spirituality. Today's guest is Brigitte Rawlings of Integrative Bodywork. With over 24 years of experience as a massage therapist, Brigitte has helped thousands of people have more self-awareness, connect more to their emotions, and release physical pain from their bodies. She helps empower women who feel like they are hitting up against their edges, relax into their bodies, and trust their inner guidance and expand their capacity to live their lives authentically. She uses a mind and body connection approach to help them see that the sensations and emotions they are feeling are a gift to lean into instead of pushing them away. By guiding them to connect to their unconscious mind, they get to release limiting decisions, negative thoughts, and emotions, and break the old patterns that no longer serve them. She often says, "Your body is talking. Are you listening?" It's my pleasure to introduce everyone to Brigitte Rawlings. We're so happy you're here with us today, Brigitte. And I'm just going to go ahead and jump on in because we have, a fair amount to cover, and I know our viewers really want to know about what you have to offer. So my first question is, what led you to the journey of helping others connect to their bodies?
Whew, that's a question that goes way back. And I just want to thank you, Tara, for having me here, just to give acknowledgement to you for holding space for us and to have this feminine wave that I'm really excited that you're on this journey. And I'm glad that I'm here to share what I have to offer. And I am going back to your question. It kind of led to me being in a corporate setting where I really wasn't aligned with what I was doing. I was just doing it just because it was a job. And I got laid off from my job and I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. So somehow I was led to doing the massage school that was not too far from where I lived. I went to that school. I took a little mini class. I really liked it, and I enrolled. I'd never had a massage before. And actually, what sparked the interest of a massage was my colleague was having a headache one day, and I just happened to start massaging his shoulders and neck, which may have been inappropriate at the time because I don't even know if I asked. I just started doing it, and he said it felt great. So he kind of put that spark in me, like, oh, you should be a masseuse, he said at the time. So I went to massage school. I didn't really know it was for me at the time. I just thought I wanted to go on a different path. And I just loved how it helped people, how they felt after a session. And I did that for a really long time. And as a matter of fact, I still do that pretty much all the time. Primarily a massage therapist, but I'm also a somatic embodiment coach. And I went on the coaching journey about a little over 6 years ago when I decided, okay, what am I going to do? I'm getting older. I've been doing massage for 20 years, and I still want to help people on a deeper level versus just them coming in for a massage to relieve the tension, and then they come back with the same tension, the same pain, and it's just continuous cycle. So I wanted to help them on a deeper level, and coaching came up. Someone told me about this coaching program. It's called Body Mind Coaching, and it really connects the body and the mind And I went into that program thinking it was because I was going to help my clients. But shortly after I got into that program, I really noticed that it was for me and for me to feel into my body, me to connect more with myself, with my emotions, and what was showing up for me. So that was a year-long journey. And even after I became a certified coach, I still wasn't putting myself out there. I was afraid to be seen. I thought I was going to be judged. I didn't think people were going to listen to what I had to say. So I was nervous about talking about it. I only talked about it to a couple of people. But then I started doing more unconscious work, unconscious mind work, which really helped me see that a lot of things that I was afraid of, the judgment and all that stuff, stemmed from way back. So then I started getting more comfortable talking to people, and I just saw the amazing results that they were getting. So that's kind of a long story of how I actually got started in helping people connect more to their bodies. It was really for me, but I'm helping other people in that way as well.
Well, I totally understand. And, I keep getting the lesson over and over again. And it's now probably kind of part of my, daily mantras. Helping other helps heal myself,
Yes.
right? So totally makes sense that it was for you.
Yeah. And we're often led to the things that we're not really consciously aware of, things that we think we're doing for somebody else, but it really is what we need. So that kind of takes us down the path of um, doing things for ourselves that will ripple out and have an effect on other people.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so you call yourself a somatic bodywork coach. Explain a little more what somatic is or means.
So I keep going back and forth with my title. I don't even really know what it's going to end up being. But for now, it's somatic embodiment coach. And somatic meaning the body. So going into the body to see what you're feeling, those emotions, those sensations. So you're really exploring on a physical level and like bringing up what the emotions are so that they can be released. Because we don't want things to just sit in our bodies for a long period of time because it manifests to something bigger, disease and all sorts of issues, chronic pain. So we want to be able to release what the tightness, those emotions that are coming up that are no longer serving us. But before we even get to the place of releasing it, we really want to understand there's a lesson in everything. So, what is the learning from the experience that you had so that you can release it out of your body so it no longer has this hold on you? It no longer keeps you in that loop of those cycles that you've gone through over and over again. So, it's really going into the body. And the embodiment part of it is really bringing in your body how you actually want to feel. Like, what is that experience you want to have? What does that feel like in your body? What are you doing? And you're doing small things each day to bring that embodiment sensation, that feeling of what you want into your body. And it's different for everyone.
Wow, thank you. Gosh, sign me up, man. So, what might be some common ways that not you alluded to that, not listening to your body? How could that impact someone?
So, first, I'm going to start off by saying some common ways that you know that you're disconnected from your body. And one of the ways is you are living in your head. You always think, or a lot of the times, you think that you can think your way through something, you can push through something if you had more information, and your conscious mind is trying to get more information to fix something. So you're living in your head. And also, it could be substance use. You may be using substances to actually numb the pain, numb the sensations. You might even be taking medication to get rid of certain symptoms instead of connecting to your body. You may also just feel emotionally numb, like you're distant from your emotions, you're distant from the pain, you don't want to feel it. So it's common things like that that allow you to know if you're actually disconnected from your body. And you just have this sense of feeling flat, like you don't have the emotions that you actually want to feel or experience, and you're trying to push it aside. So it begins with really knowing if you are disconnected, and a lot of times we don't actually know if we're disconnected from our body, but those are just some ways that you can identify if you're actually disconnected. And you can also be overworking. You're constantly doing because you don't want to be still and take that pause to really notice what is showing up for you. It dampens our intuition because I feel like we have the answers within us. If we are able to check in with ourselves, ask what we need, and just really notice like those sensations that are coming up and seeing it as a cue, like, oh, let me pay attention to that. What does that mean for me? And uncovering those layers. And I think when we are not connected to our body, it really impacts us because we are not making clear decisions because we're doing it because of someone else or because someone said we should do it. It's not coming from this felt sense of this self-trust, like I know this is right for me. And it brings into chronic pain, discomfort, and even communicating with others. You're not communicating your needs because sometimes you don't even know what your needs are because you're really that disconnected. So I really think it's important that we do just check in with ourselves to see what it is that we need on a daily basis. And I think it'll just expand and open things up for people to know that they have the answers within. And if they don't have the direct answer, they know where to go to get the answer or have some resource that they can refer to.
Beautiful. And you said this, I don't know if you have anything more to say. What might be some of the benefits that somebody's listening to their body might receive?
Yeah, definitely clarity,
Mm.
self-trust, increasing your intuition, deeper connections with others, and just a feeling of ease in your body. There's not this restricted, contracted place. And if you do if something comes up where you do have that tension or something, you know what to do about it. You're not trying to fix it per se, you're just noticing and digging in a little deeper to see what the root might be. It may not be that physical sensation like, oh, you might think I slept wrong or something, but it could be something a little deeper. And if we start to explore and ask questions, we can uncover that, which builds self-trust because then you can know that, oh, I'm making this decision because I know what's going on with me. And you'll have better clarity and you're actually showing up more authentically as well because you're able to express yourself better. And I think it just is a wide range of things that occur when you are listening to your body.
Oh, wow, that sounds wonderful. So I want to ask my next question, and because I think I have a picture in my mind, like putting it all together, so to speak. But my next question, I'm probably going to let you do that for us. How do you guide a client to listen to their body?
First, I just like to create safety for the person because we're all different. We have different experiences and we perceive things differently. So I might say to someone, oh, close your eyes and take a deep breath. But to them, that may not even feel safe. But just understanding what the client needs and really meeting them where they are and just having communication with them, creating a safe environment and asking certain questions. Where do you feel tension in your body? If you feel tension, you're basically doing a body scan to see where things are being held in your body and asking questions like, what is the message that that tightness has for you? Is it, and a lot of times people don't really know, it doesn't come up immediately, but once you start to practice it, you can have a felt sense of, oh, maybe it could be, oh, I just need to drink some water. Or it could be that I may need to speak up more for myself. I may have to have that difficult conversation with someone. So just guiding them through specific questions. And also, if there are like a lot of emotional, negative thoughts and emotions about a person, a situation, or themselves, I go through this quantum release process so that
Mm.
they're actually able to physically release it out of their body. And that's where a lot of the somatic work comes in. But a lot of it is on an unconscious level. So some of the questions that I'm asking, I'm looking at the patterns I'm looking at their responses. Sometimes it may be verbal, sometimes it may just be a physical thing that I notice, a change in their voice. So I'm really tuning into what they're saying, how their body is responding, and asking questions around what is showing up for them, but just really allowing them to feel safe to express what is showing up for them and just really listening. And because a lot of times a person just wants to be heard. And I'm not trying to go in to fix anything for anyone. Whatever is showing up for them is showing up for a reason, and I'm just guiding them along the way. And if they want to release any negative thoughts and emotions and limiting decisions, we go through that process. And then we also look into like if they have specific goals that they want, there's a
Mm,
goal process that we go through so they can really know what their next steps are. And it's not your typical goals, but it's based on a toward goal. It's not an away from goal, meaning you're not trying to make more money because you're in debt. You might want to make money because you want to go on a great vacation or something that really lights you up, and it has to be for you and not for anybody else. So that's it in a nutshell. And
yeah,
but it really is wherever a person is, I work with them starting from there.
awesome. Now, I want to kind of paint a picture of someone would work with you. And now, by the way, does it need to be in person? Can you work virtually with somebody? What
I
are,
can. Yeah, I
oh,
work virtually, and at some point, that's probably what I will only do is virtual work. But right now, I do in-person sessions, and sometimes it does include body work, but it definitely can be done virtually.
okay, great. Thank you for that clarification. So someone's coming to you. What might this person be in pain? Or I'm not sure how to ask the question. Um, might that be an example of why someone might come to you that they're in pain?
Yes. Oftentimes, most of the people that I see for coaching, they are current clients, and some of them come in because they have pain. They want to come in to get a massage. But then once we start to dig a little deeper and I start to ask questions, the pain is not just some physical thing that's happening in your body. It's something that has manifested over time, and a lot of them are in chronic pain. So it's manifested into this chronic pain, and they just want to get rid of it. And getting a massage is a temporary fix.
Right.
And once we start to uncover those layers, there's generally a presenting problem, which is the pain. Underneath that is a greater problem, which could be that maybe they feel like they're not heard from their spouse or from their boss. And then underneath is the root cause problem, which could be that they don't feel loved, they don't
Mm,
feel worthy. So we go back and unravel all of those layers to get to what that root is that is causing the pain. And we don't go into story about, what happened. We're really just going to, well, this is the first time I remember this happening. And then we can start the process of trying to release it, getting the learnings from it. And they no longer have that pain in their body. They no longer have that chronic pain. So it's actually released out of the body. And a lot of it is more emotional than physical. So when we can get to what the emotion is behind it, we're able to really release it. And oftentimes it's something that they needed that they didn't get. So we work on that as well. But it doesn't
thank-
have to be physical pain.
okay.
It doesn't. And people come in because they may be stuck in their business. I had someone come in, she wanted to retire, but she just could not retire. And there were a lot of things under that, the reason that why she didn't retire, but now she's retired and she's looking forward to moving to another country. So it doesn't always have to be physical pain. But I would like to preface that when you do notice those signals in your body, the tension, the pain, there's always something deeper. And that's what I really love to have clients start with, feeling those sensations and not necessarily trying to get rid of it or fix it, but just noticing when it comes up, maybe noticing what led up to it, just to have more self awareness to see where the patterns are.
Right. Well, I am so aware that we can hold emotion in our body. In my journey, I've definitely noticed that. And and often the question is, are you feeling tightness or whatever? And whatever whoever I'm working with, and where is that in your body, and how that is big, you know, a big awareness, and you can work so much with that, which I'm gathering is then what you do. And I loved how you showed us the different layers and what those are called. And yeah, I have some old beliefs and stories I'm still working on, but
We
I'm
all do. And the most important thing is to not judge ourselves for them, because our body is always trying to protect us. Our nervous system is trying to protect us. And we have these patterns and these habits as a way of protection. And we develop these coping skills and mechanisms to try to deal with it until we decide, you know what, I don't have to deal with this anymore. I can really do the work and see what this is, and you can go in a different direction. But I want to say, just not having judgment, we all have things that we're working on, and it is a continuous process.
I totally agree. We're all a work in progress. And yeah, and if we can get to that point where I don't know. I guess, I don't know. To me, I feel like when I'm done, I'm really done. But in the meantime, I want to have some joy and happiness and some relief, you
Of
know.
course.
So
And
that's
it's
one thing.
never going to be done. It's never going to be over. There's always going to be something that comes up. We're always
Well, what
evolving,
I mean by
growing.
done is like done, bye bye, I'm done here. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I get it.
anyway, and would you be willing to share with us one simple practice that someone can do today to start building trust with their body? Would you give us that little taste today?
Oh, one thing. I always tell people to just go inward and connect with yourself. Taking a breath, noticing how you're breathing, and just noticing those subtle sensations that are coming up on a daily basis. Notice what it is for you. If it's jaw tension, okay, did you wake up with that jaw tension? Or did you have a conversation with someone and then you notice that your jaws got tight? That's
Mhm.
information. Noticing these subtle things will really help you kind of see what the patterns are. And that just gives you more deeper connection with yourself. And in addition to that, not trying to push things aside, not trying to shut down your emotions, ignore what is showing up for you, because it is all information and it's showing up for a reason. And I just want people to really be more accepting of themselves and where they are, and just to allow whatever is showing up for you, um, because it is to help guide you somewhere, whether you know it or not, but really just having that self awareness without judgment. There's so many things, and I probably could keep adding on to it, but the first thing is I would say, notice your breath, notice what is showing up. And really, just by witnessing what's showing up, sometimes it just goes away or it softens. But just like even writing down certain things where you see those patterns and those, we all have certain areas where it tightens up more than others when we're under more stress, and noticing what that is for you and really being present with it.
I love that. Noticing what that is for me.
Yeah,
I love that because just like you were saying earlier, we're all so different. And we all have such different stories and backgrounds. And something that may happen to me that doesn't bother me might not be the same experience for somebody else. So,
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
That's another thing. I don't want to like cut you off, but since you brought
No,
that up, we do all have different experiences. And the way that our mind works is we receive all of this information in, but we filter it out based on our lived experiences, our meta programs, our memories, and we filter this information out. And if something happens to you, it may happen to me, but in a totally different way. We may react totally different because that's just the way our brain works. And I feel like when we are more accepting of others as well as ourselves, I think it'll be such a better place that we live in, because my experience is not your experience is not my experience. And we could see the same exact thing and we could interpret it two different ways. And someone else could interpret it another way. And it's based on our internal representation.
Yeah, you made a great filters. Great
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
Word. Great word. Well, and I've had the experience where, something happened and I was with a friend and I had a totally different experience than she did. And I mean, and it bothered her much more. For me, it's like, oh, really? And you're so right. And, for me, I try to, give myself grace. I love that word for myself. And then showing compassion and kindness to other people. Because just like you said, you, and sometimes, and after someone does your work, they're going to know, but sometimes people don't even know what's happening.
Oh, of course. Most of the time, like we are living 90% on an unconscious level. These patterns are repeated day in and day out, and we're just not aware of them. And which is what I love to help people with, uncovering those unconscious patterns so that they don't have to have these patterns just going over and over again. They can release some of these things and move in a different direction and see things differently. Because when you're so focused on the way you think things are, you're just limiting yourself and you don't see a bigger picture. You don't see what else might be possible. So I really want to help people expand what they think is possible, to expand their capacity to receive more love, to receive more of what they need and what they desire, because it is about not limiting ourselves. And I think we have this focused view on what life is for us. But when we can expand that, we are able to see so many more possibilities for ourselves.
It's almost like taking our blinders off, right?
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, great. Well, I love that. And thank you for, sharing that practice that we can all try now when we're in a situation. And I do know that you are going to be giving a free gift to our viewers. And if you could just explain a little bit what that is, and everyone, I'll make sure the links down below in the comments, and so you can get that. And I also do want, people to comment on the video, and when they go get their gift, come back and tell us how you like it, all of that stuff. So please tell us about what our free gift is going to be.
So the free gift is a body connection experience, and it's less than 20 minutes. It'll allow you to see what your body is communicating to you. So it's basically a guided experience where you're checking in to see what you're noticing in your body and what the message is for you. And it is going to be different for everyone. And it's not your typical meditation. It's really just guiding you to explore and be curious about what those subtle messages are for you. And sometimes you may not get it immediately, but as you go along your day, something might pop up. You're like, oh, this is what this meant for me. So you're really being curious about what your body is communicating to you. And yeah, it's just a nice experience that people can do a couple of times a week when they have a little extra time. And it's not that long. But yeah, it's just for them to experience what their body is communicating.
And so you are recommending, not a one and done, to me.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine, the more somebody does it, the more proficient we become in listening to our bodies, right?
Yeah. And that's where you build that self trust, because then you might know that when you're out in the world and you feel this tension in your body, you might remember, oh, this is what this is communicating for me. And it's a practice, and it's not, like you said, one and done. It's something you can refer back to as often as you can. And I tried to make it as short as I could, but it really, I mean, sometimes people don't even have 20 minutes. Even if you don't have 20 minutes, just do something for 5 minutes. And in general, I know you asked me what's one thing people can do. Just doing something that is supportive for you every day. And it's going to be different. Everybody doesn't like to meditate, everybody doesn't like to journal. Whatever it is that you're actually going to do, that is the best thing for you. And if it's 5 minutes of just some sort of self care, some sort of nurturing, something that makes you feel safe, calming your nervous system down, 5 minutes a day is definitely what I recommend.
Oh, beautiful. Well, um, I am actually really excited to go and download this now just to have the experience myself. And I want to thank you for being with us today, Bridget. And I know I'm going to have some more questions. So would you be willing to come back if I have more questions to tell our viewers, to learn more about this? Because I am, you talk about the nervous system, and in my opinion, everybody is having some issue with that, just what's going on in the world today. And so for all of us to become, gosh, what you were saying, if all of us just could get a little bit more calm, that would, I mean, the ripple that would put out.
Yes, I would definitely love to come back.
That
And
would,
let me add one more thing to that about the nervous system. So, in order for the nervous system to feel safe, to feel calm, we have to, I won't say we have to, being uncomfortable when things are uncomfortable is actually guiding you to a place where you actually can be more calm because you're getting to what the issue really is. So we're not always going to be in this calm place, but if we can just be present with whatever shows up, even if it doesn't feel that great, being with it will allow you to be more calm in the future. But in the moment, you may not feel like it. But really trying to get to the place of, I'm accepting where I am right now. If I have tightness, pain, discomfort, emotions, being with that, and then you can have more presence and you can begin to build that calmness and that presence within your body. So, not thinking that I have to be calm or be this in this good place, being in the place that may not be uncomfortable is going to get you to that place where you are more calm. But we just have to get through that process to and not beat ourselves up when we are not in a great place.
so accepting what I'm feeling in that whatever that experience is for me, and just allow it to be there and not stuff it down, push it away, and then get the whatever the guidance is from whatever that feeling is.
Yes, definitely. Because a lot of times we try to have positive thinking or positive affirmations or reframing, which they're all great, but that's more on the conscious level. And on the unconscious level, we want to integrate both. The unconscious level is what actually is guiding you throughout your day and those uncomfortable comfortable things that are coming up. You don't want to deal with them, but that's where the magic actually happens. That's where you get to be fully yourself to see what those deeper layers are so you can release them and bring them forward. And then you have more calm and presence. So, not trying to bypass all the negative things, even though it's just information. I won't say negative, but it's those things that are not serving us that feel kind of icky. We want to actually embrace those as well.
Yeah, so stop trying to put all the balloons in the car. Some of them go, right?
Yes. I am so glad you even mentioned the balloons because it's interesting that you mentioned that because there is a process that I can take clients through as well, which is sort of a quick release process when people are stuck in a certain area or they may have an event that is just holding them back, a person or something that they're just stuck and they just don't know what to do with all this energy that they may have, the thoughts and emotions that they have about an event or a person or a situation. And the balloon is called a rapid release. So basically, we do some root cause coaching to see what the root cause is of whatever is showing up for you. And the negative thoughts and emotions and limiting decisions, they're put in a balloon. So you're actually blowing that in the balloon. And we discover what that is for you during the coaching process. And literally, you're blowing it in the balloon And there's a process that I take you through where you're actually releasing the balloon. So the balloon is released, and all of those negative thoughts and emotions and decisions go with it so that it's no longer living in your body and it's no longer holding you back and keeping you stuck. So I appreciate you even bringing up the balloons, because that was just a reminder that there is a process that we can do that is not a longer coaching container, because most of my coaching containers are at least 3 months. But the rapid release process is about 3 to 4 hours, and it can be done in a couple of sessions. It's not just in that one session. So thank you for reminding me of that.
Oh, wow. I really enjoyed having you here today. And I'm making all of these. I did make some notes even, so I make sure I know how to do this later, and definitely going to download your your body work experience. Is that what
Body connection
body connection.
experience.
Thank you.
Yes.
Apologize. Anyway, and I do want to say I feel a sense of relief that this is all happening for a reason,
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And can
Thank you.
I leave you with one more thing? I know I keep adding
Oh,
things.
tell us more.
I keep thinking about.
Yeah.
So when you um, can start to release some of these things, and you start to have self-trust, and you're in more of alignment, and you're expressing yourself, and you're more authentic, you really know exactly what it is that you want, and you can embody that every day. So what I like to tell clients too is I ask the question, well, how do you want to feel today? And we tend to focus on what we don't want. But
Mm.
what if you focus on what you actually did want? How do you want to feel? How does that feel in your body? If you want to feel more calm, like what does that feel like to you? Does it feel like your shoulders are more relaxed? You're taking deeper breaths, you're doing certain things, and really bring that experience in right now, and seeing if there's one thing that you can do to bring that calmness in today. And tomorrow you might want to feel peace. Maybe that's something you want to feel. What does that feel like to you? Bring that into your body and do one thing that'll bring that peace in. And if you're going along your day and you may not feel that peaceful or calm, it's a reminder that, oh, today I said I wanted to feel peace. What can I do right now to feel peace? And it might just be taking 5 deep breaths. It may just be saying hello to your neighbor. Whatever it is for you, I really think it's important for us to bring in the experience that we want and how we want to feel every day, and not focus on the things that we don't want or the things that aren't working for us.
Right, because then we'll just get more of that
Yes.
Oh, wow. Thank you for giving us these little extra tidbits. I really appreciate it. And everyone, be sure and download the body connection experience
Yes.
that Brigitte has so graciously given us. And again, please come back and let us know how that is for you. And if anybody has any specific questions, please comment, because when we have Bridget back next time, we can answer them for you. So anyway, thank you so much, Bridget. I really, really appreciate you being with us here today on the Feminine Wave. And we are definitely making a ripple here. So thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Tara. You can see that I'm excited to be here, so I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Be sure to join us next time, where we continue to cultivate feminine power, explore potential, and provide information and tools to elevate your life. In the meantime, visit our website at thefemininewave.org or follow us on our YouTube channel at The Feminine Wave to watch other episodes, share what resonated from today's episode, and suggest future topics. Your feedback is imperative in helping reach more women seeking to reclaim their essence. Until then, catch the swell of the feminine wave and continue creating the life you deserve. This is Tara Becker signing off. Take care, and we'll see you on the airwaves.